Hi, guys. We are here with Enchantra by Kaylie Smith. We already did Phantasma, which is the first book in. Jamie, or maybe both of you can correct me if I'm wrong. Is this definitely just a duology? Do we know if there's any talking of like other books that might be coming down the road? Because in this present moment, in the year of our Lord 2025, it's only two books. So this is the second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. Oh, no, never mind. Take that back. I'm just checking Goodreads. There's going to be a Wicked Games 3.
Okay, so we'll read that eventually or soon, depending on what year of our Lord it is while you are listening to this. Anywho, Enchantra by Kaylie Smith. We just read the first 12 chapters. We're going to talk about all of it, or as much of it
Did
as we can. So if you haven't read up to that, you should catch up. Elena, what did I
you
say?
say 12? Did I hear 12? Like I was looking at her website.
15.
So
15?
did you might have said 15 and I might have just hallucinated.
I could have also hallucinated. It was the first 15 chapters, chapters 1 through 15. Of Enchantra by
Yeah.
Kaylie Smith, the second book in a current two-book series, but it's getting more. Awesome. And honestly, I am happy to hear this because as much as I think that we maybe all collectively were not super looking forward to this book after really enjoying Phantasma, I enjoyed these first 15 chapters more than I thought I would. Anyone else? Like, where are we on the scale of enjoyment to expectation?
The first 5 were hard to get through when it was just Genevieve in her own head being like, I lied to my sister. I'm gonna go do this thing. I'm so smart. Oh no, crows. I was like, oh, I remember I hate you. You're such an annoying character. I'm just really excited for this. Um,
Yeah.
but then when we get introduced to the other characters, I think it does a lot to help kind of push it along.
Yes, this world, to me at least, seems just as cool as Phantasma. Like, I love the cast of characters, I love the setting, I'm all about it. And personally, I was glad that Genevieve, even though now she is the main character of this book, was exactly what we expected. Like, yet again, I was just like, ugh, girl, what are you doing finding a random letter with a photograph and your mom's stuff and then pretending to be her and answering it and then going to find the guy in another country? Like, I had a lot of questions about Genevieve's motivations, and I get she's got some trauma about being the least favorite daughter, but like it just seemed like a large leap. Do we think that she had like other motivations in her back pocket, or was this just like this was what she was doing? She just needed to go find some sympathy from other people.
Can we talk about her trauma for a second? Because
She's got a
so
lot of
it,
it.
well, yeah, so that's the thing, right? It's that she was the second favorite child, okay, and that some boy broke her heart.
He's name dropped in
Pharaoh.
Phantasma. He's like the random guy that I think no one can find, so I'm kind of hoping that she already killed him. Like that's my secret hope is what we're going to find out, but yeah, it seems like he tried to like Salem witch trials her and like burned her at the stake.
Was that what happened? I did
That's
not.
what it that's what it seems like
Oh,
to me.
damn.
Yeah, it was a
And
lot of like fire and like feeling like the flames on my skin and like seeing his eyes through the flames and like him lighting a match and him being like, "You're a demon, I'm gonna send you back to where you came from." Like, oh my goodness. Because I got the feeling that this world, which is definitely not like our world, I thought that they were pretty cool about like the paranormal. So I'm just like, I'm very surprised that this guy Pharaoh was like, "I'm gonna burn you like a witch at the stake."
super interesting because I definitely glazed over those scenes and was like, blah, 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 man broke your heart. You're so special. I don't care about
Genevieve, Genevieve, blah blah blah, skip, skip, skip. Where is Rowington?
you. Basically that. So for you to be like, oh, there's a lot of fire, I'm like, I guess there was a lot of fire. I just wasn't.
What did you think, Jamie? And I should have said this at the beginning, but so if you guys watched or listened to our episodes on Phantasma, Jamie had fully read Phantasma, so she wasn't really giving her full thoughts on it because she didn't want to spoil anything. But so she started Enchantra and I think read the first 14 chapters the first time around and then did not continue. and is now through 15 with us at this point. So Jamie, like what were your thoughts about like Genevieve and Pharaoh, and like how is the second time around going for you?
Oh, so I didn't reread chapters 1 through 4. I kind of just like raw dogged it.
Wait, wait,
And
oh, wait, just four? You read the first four chapters last time.
no, 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 I read through 1 through 14.
Oh, okay. Those are very different things.
Yes, yes. And then now I'm dogging it because I didn't reread them during for this session until today. I read chapter 15. So it's kind of like um reacclimating myself to this world and trying to remember. I just remember really liking the new characters that we meet in this and Umbra. But I still kind of feel, and I remember feeling this way, feeling indifferent towards Genevieve.
I agree with you. And I don't know if I'm trying to find the silver lining while I'm reading these first 15 chapters because, again, I do like that she is the same person that we were okay to see hit by a train in the first book. Like, I'm glad that she didn't just like off camera become this like really badass, like we can root for her, like FMC, like when we weren't looking. So I see where we could get some progression where I might like love her by the end of this, and I hate her right now. But there were a couple things that she did that I was really proud of her for. And honestly, like the biting Rowington, I'm gonna have to stop calling him that because name is ridiculous. Sorry if your name is Rowington. It's just all the Ingtons, it's too much. Rowan. Biting him in the ass as he was like carrying her like a sack of potatoes, I was like, that's the energy that I need from Genevieve. Like I need more of this.
She does have a sassy mouth. I do like that about her.
Yeah, the jokes about him being like, if you would just shut up for 3 seconds, like this might be okay. I'm like, yeah, I feel the
I
same way
know.
about her.
Yeah, they keep making those references where like she's a yapper and he likes the quiet, and this isn't the type of girl that he would go for.
So, do you both feel the same about her as you did in the first book so far? Are there glimmers of hope? Like, where are we at? Are we still wishing a train would show up and plow straight into her?
I I don't think really that want
Oh,
Elena to answer this. I don't necessarily want her to get run over by a train right now, but she's also not my favorite female main character currently. Like I do enjoy her sassiness, but I also the entire like first half of this section was just so hard to get through where I'm like, girl, you should not be doing this. Like it was almost cringe, like too cringe for me where I'm like, you wrote fake love letters to your mom's ex-boyfriend and then invited yourself to his home and then forced your way into it. Ooh.
yeah.
And lied to
I
your
hear
sister
you.
about it.
Are you like there too? We're like still not the best, but maybe she'll get there.
With Rowan's help, hopefully.
Yeah, I feel like you guys gave me two good layups there, and I'm gonna go for the one
Go
that I
on.
want to talk about less because I'm very into Rowan. I want to talk about the mom's ex-boyfriend thing that you said, Elena, because I feel like I can't figure out where like Barrington, is that his name? Barrington, right? I can't figure out where Barrington like is in mom's past. But that was also the vibe I was getting. I was like, there's no way that the two of you didn't at least have a past relationship. And I feel like at this point, I'm trying to trust that he really does care about his wife, who is like off screen dealing with some sort of weird red plague type thing. So I don't think he's like cheating on her with Tessie post Gabriel, but I don't like, what do you guys think? What is their deal?
So, what's the timeline? Like, how old are
Well, I
they?
don't know if we know
Right?
really, but it sounds like Barrington and Tessie were really good friends up until she went into Phantasma, which would have been right before she met Gabriel, who we
Hmm.
believe is both Genevieve and Ophelia's dad. There was like one weird comment where Barrington was like, "You are definitely Gabriel White's daughter." And I was like, did you say that because I'm still questioning it? Or did you say that because you know I'm still questioning it, but you want me to stop?
I feel like the
Elena.
timeline is just weird because, like, it's also implied that, like, all the kids knew Tessie, like, they were like, "Oh, like, he has the look of someone that knew her, like, as a friend, not like." But it's maybe it's just me, it feels implied like he had a relationship with Tessie or, like, at least, like, unrequited feelings where he's like, "I always hope she come back," like, but bro also supposedly loves his wife to the point where his kids are now in prison for forever to keep his wife alive.
Yeah.
So, kinda confused.
Yeah. No, it also seemed to me like Tessie has been on the scene post children because it
Yes.
did like they made
Yeah.
that mention about like they know her, not like know
Mhm.
of her.
Yeah.
So she's definitely been back around like since all of the children were born.
And, like,
Yeah, maybe.
he's he's also doing that, like, ex-boyfriend thing where he's like, "I loved your mother, so I need to keep you alive, like, I need to do what I can to protect you for her," which, like, is giving, like, unrequited feelings instead of just a friend.
Yeah, that's how I was
Mhm.
feeling too, was like first love that didn't work out and he still regrets, like no matter what his feelings are for his current wife.
But that doesn't make sense with the timeline.
Don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe, like, he's always had those feelings and still trying to, like, still have that connection t with her even as time has gone by and they've moved on.
But it would have been post-wife unless Tessie is dumb older than we think she is.
It is definitely also post-wife, for sure.
Mhm.
And I feel like we have to talk about the wife and the red curse, the red
Crimson
rot,
Rot?
the crimson rot. I'm calling bullshit. Something's up with that. Like, I don't know, there's just something the whole, like, "Oh, no, there's, like, this big bad, like, blood disease that immortal paranormal people get, but we can stave it off with a potion." Does it just does it feel weird to anyone else?
You're wait,
Oh, it's
wait, wait, wait.
definitely weird.
Are you calling question into the off-screen wife we haven't seen? You're saying
Yes,
off-screen wife?
I am. I have a lot of questions. First of all, why did you have 7 children and all name them with the same Ington at the end of their names? Like, I'm already questioning your sanity as a person. Like, okay, you can have 7 children. Honestly, like, good for you. I don't know how you manage that without 3 nannies. But, like, what
They
is
be
the significance
rich. They might have
factor?
nannies.
Well, I mean, not Ophelia, Genevieve does make the comment of like, this entryway it screams rich people that don't know what to do with all of the money that they have. But like, at least if you're gonna have 7 kids, give them better names.
They're just
They
going
have
off
cute
of the
nicknames.
father.
Well, right. And like the nicknames are cute, but also, who names their kids 7? Guys.
It's
His name's
Sevington.
Seth. Oh, Seth.
There's Ellington, Remington, Great Gravingston. I'm probably not pronouncing that
It's
right.
probably like Gravington. Like he's like
Gravington. Oh,
Wellington, which is a boot. It's a boot,
It's
guys.
a
that's a
boot.
boot. Well, isn't Remington like a rifle? A
Yes.
rem.
Rowington?
I don't know what
Wellington?
Rowington is.
Ellington?
Who
I like
else are
his
we missing? I feel
Mr.
like we're
Fun.
missing someone.
Like, if I had to choose one of those names,
Covington? Covington.
Covington.
do we have where's the list of their names? I think I would personally choose Ellington if I had to choose one of the names.
It just, I don't know. I have a lot of questions about the mom. I don't have a
Mhm.
good theory for what could truly be happening, but I have a doubt that what is going on is what has been said out loud so far. And it's not even really just the fact that twice now they have mentioned like oh, this could be like really good or really bad for the whole family. Like, you're not part of the family. Like, should we tell her about the thing with the family? And I'm like, what else is going on? What is the other thing other than the hunt and them getting out because they're married? And like, theories? Does anyone have any ideas what else is going on?
Well, there's also gotta be something with, like, they keep alluding to the fact that Rowan, like, never comes and visits them, and they're all really salty about it, and, like, he has to be doing something, right? Like, he makes some weird allusion to, like, finding a cure. So, like,
Hmm.
assuming that's what he's been doing?
I think that's a really good theory. Like, I think that would make
Also,
sense.
he's won every game.
For the past
This would
15 years.
It sounded like he and Grave are the only two that have won.
And
no idea what's going on.
well, do we know how long it's been going on? Because if he's won the last 15 years,
I don't. If they said how long it's been going on, I do not remember.
I can't remember like how many. Is it like one game per year?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so if Rowington manages his 60th consecutive win, this will be his final hunt.
Yeah, his 16th. Right.
No, 60th.
I thought it was
60?
16th.
60 on page
No,
149.
Everyone
16th.
please turn to page 149.
It's his 16th consecutive win.
Mine
Oh,
says 60th.
there aren't 149 pages in the first 15 chapters in my copy, so I can't go to
Yeah.
page 149.
You're
Okay,
talking
so
about the annual
yeah,
masquerade?
yes, my ebook says
Are you sure
60th.
it doesn't say 16th?
No, it says 60th. Let me zoom into this shit. Sorry, language.
Oh no, mine says
16th.
16th.
Uh-uh.
Do you have a weird typo? Did we
Maybe.
did we just find a weird typo in the ebook?
Hold on. I gotta change my background so you can see. All right. This line right here. Can you read it?
Wow, it does say 60th.
See? I ain't going crazy.
No, you're not. No.
No.
I can read numbers.
But also, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the invitation. So now I'm.
Also, look
Or
at
is
all
that
their
from the
names.
invitation?
Check
Oh,
out
that is from the
their
invitation.
names. 16th.
I feel like that makes way
Why
more
is
sense.
that?
And also, I feel like it's important because it just feels vaguely like, okay, so 16 in a row, imagining like a few more before that too, that were like him and Grave would win on and off, like coming out to about the age of like when Tessie would have stopped hanging out with them. So like it's just a coincidence that when she stopped hanging out with them, it's also when the wife got a weird blood disease.
It could be related. And in the back of my mind, I keep thinking that like there's got to be something more that Genevieve can do to like break the bigger curse, like the whole bargain thing, because I feel like we don't get to the end of this book and all the other siblings, at least half of which we enjoy, are just like stuck still playing this game, but Genevieve and Rowan are like, peace out, we're gonna go live our lives happily. Like that wouldn't feel good. But then my mind keeps going to, is it again like a she falls in love with him and that breaks the curse? But we kind of already just did that. So I feel like it has to be different. But does it? Because I loved it the first time. So like could I read it again for a second time? Probably.
No, it's gotta be different. Also, am I the only one that like read this like you're invited to the annual masquerade and saw that it like name dropped Genevieve and went, okay, so like our boy Salem and Ophelia are gonna come to the masquerade and be like, Genevieve, what are you doing? Because like I want that so bad.
Where is that?
In the invitation, it says Rowington Silver and Genevieve Grimm. Because at first I was like, oh, like they're not gonna come. They don't realize Genevieve's there. But then like Sir is posting his invitations and trying to get people to come make wagers all over hell, supposedly. So like It's not outside the realm that,
I
like
had I had not thought of that at all, but they do say multiple times that he's like inviting more people because this is such a big thing. So that super could be it.
Hmm.
it would be sad if they're not in it at all to me.
I love that theory, and now I'm gonna hope for it because I would really like to see them again as well.
Same.
Um, I hate to jump to the very last sentence of the first 15 chapters that we read, and
Oh,
talk about my
Oh,
my recent theory that I'm really enjoying as of 5 minutes
I
ago when I
also
finished
highlight.
this. But yeah, so the invitation, which is like the last page of chapter 15, it
Hmm.
says, "Of course, the last time one of our beloved Silver siblings attempted the marriage loophole, it didn't end so well, did it?" And I immediately went, "Oh my God, I'm gonna have to love Grave by the end of this book, aren't I?" Because our dude totally fell in love and got his heart broken, and oh no,
This is why he's like this.
it's
he's
gotta
stuck.
be.
She died. She super died. Also, I'm ashamed of myself for assuming it's she and maybe not he, but like he was definitely married to someone who
Hmm.
totally died in a hunt. And I bet I know who killed them. And that's going to cause a lot of trauma. Oh, I'm sure
Mhm.
it was Rowan. Yeah.
The
And
only other person that's won. Yeah.
I'm betting that was like what like transported him into his like 15-year win streak is probably that Grave hasn't been able to win since he got married and his partner died in the hunt,
I
trapping him in this forever.
Well,
I can't
but
get over this typo. I'm sorry. What if is it 15 or 60?
So I will say that it's mentioned in like the previous
yeah,
chapter or the like two chapters before that that it is 15. He's won 15 times in a row, 1-5. So it's
yeah.
You guys also has have first printings, and I have the ebooks. I don't know if it's been updated since then.
weird.
Well, but another time they also say like he's won consecutively for close to 2 decades. So like I think there's a couple times, at least in our versions of the book, that it says that.
I'm gonna search.
Yeah, search
Oh,
decade.
search decade. Oh no. Um But yeah, so like did you guys also take that like to mean that Grave is probably like super hurt and we're gonna have to break down those ice walls around his heart?
I mean, no, because if who he married was also immortal, then they're not dead. They're just trapped in hell. Because everyone seems shocked that she was mortal. So I think in my head, I was just assuming whoever the previous person to do it had been was immortal.
Hmm. If they were immortal and could therefore come back, just like all of the Silver siblings, though, why wouldn't they have come back to keep competing in the
I think it
hunts?
specifies you can only do it the first year.
Oh. I thought it was like, oh, it's only the first year that you could possibly get out.
I don't know. I would need to look.
I might have misread it too. I think for sure they say that like once you're a couple, you have to win that year in order to like break out for good. But I thought the whole being trapped in hell forever was mostly for Genevieve because she wouldn't be able to like make the painful like reincarnation type transition back to the mortal plane.
Just that a
Yeah,
marriage is
yeah,
the
yeah.
only way you will survive the hunt.
Knox's loophole states that if one of us gets married and convinces their spouse to join the hunt, they can play together for 1 season, and there's a special reward if they win. The couple is permanently released from the hunt. There's a catch though. If the couple loses that first game, oh, if the couple loses that first game, then the new family member is locked into the hunt with the rest of us forever. At least if they're immortal. You, oh, you're right. Damn. So whoever it was
They
did die.
They dead. They dead dead. Like DED tombstone emoji. Super dead.
DED period.
Yeah.
You
Period. End of
mean
sentence.
couldn't be a ghost?
But I think that all of them being hung up on her being mortal could possibly be because they saw it happen once before. Like it could be that
Mm,
the person that Grave married was also mortal, and that's why they didn't come back.
Yeah, now it seems like they had to be mortal, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I
R.I.P.
have to
Grave.
stop hating Grave because we're probably gonna love him by the end of this.
It could have been one of the others. Like maybe Ellington
I'm
was very.
convinced.
I will say that I'm pretty sure that they said eldest brother in the past chapter when they mentioned that it had happened. They tried it once before. I think they said eldest brother, so I think it's him.
Is Grave the eldest?
Yes, they listed them in order. And I read their names like four
So
times over,
glad.
going, why are their names so ridiculous? What's a
Thought the
Gravington?
same thing.
Like,
Why did
These
I
names
just
are a
remember that?
choice.
one is fine. I actually know a Remington. Like, there's nothing wrong with that name. But then when you add six more, you just question the parents. Like, whose choice was
Oh, for
this?
sure.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, as far as the siblings go, how are we feeling about all of them? Because I immediately was taken in by Ellen and Seven. Um, I just think that they're both cool in different ways, and now I'm already worried that they're gonna betray me. Like Dad, I think was it Dad gives her like a little breakdown on like how the different siblings are, and
Yeah.
it was like watch Ellen until the very end, and I was like, oh
Yes.
no, Ellen, no.
Same thought. Yeah. And I was really liking her.
And I get this is like an everything's fair in Love and the Hunt. Like I get that. And even Ellen says that out loud. She's like, you're going to find out like another side of us. So I get that. It's almost like I feel like I'm entering into like like a season of Survivor where it's like this isn't who I really am on the outside. It's just I'm trying to win $1 million.
Yeah, we all have that competitive streak, right?
Yeah.
Competitive side. Hmm.
Yeah, but I am personally interested to see when the hunt gets started because there's a part of me that's wondering if Genevieve is a key to breaking the bargain that they're all alluding to, and if we will be able to tell if they're all trying to get her and Rowan to win, like if we'll be able to suss out if they're like throwing the hunt but trying to do it in a believable way. I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled on all of them.
I don't know. All I kept thinking is, wow, this is a convenient way to have a forced marriage.
Yes. I'm not mad about it, but very convenient.
Very forced proximity. Like, oh, when people are around, they have to pretend to like each other and sometimes kiss. Oh no.
Quick, someone's looking, let's make out. Speaking of which,
It
the first and only time that they kiss is after they get married, and then she like immediately passes out. And it's like, oh, it's because like you lost your ties to your magic and like the bond that was put on us for the hunt. Did you guys buy that? Because I think that there's something else going on.
um
Yeah, there's gotta
I
be.
I bought it. I said, sounds good. Just to be clear, the level of which I'm reading Genevieve scenes, so she's like, I'm nightmare. So I go, sounds good. Okay. I fainted. Okay.
Elena, they're all Genevieve scenes.
Because like when Barrington says something, I'm like, you sus. But when Genevieve like it's her POV and she'd be like, I fainted, I'm like, oh, girl fainted.
Again. That's like twice this book.
Literally. Oh, she ate some mysterious berries. Rule number one, like if you see a mysterious berry, don't eat it. Like,
The
idiot.
minute the minute she just started nomming on something she knew were called demon berries, I was like, "Who are you?"
Um,
Hey, her mom didn't teach her, okay?
she didn't want to learn.
Yeah.
Speaking of the demonberry scene, can we talk about my favorite character of this whole book?
Yes.
Umbra?
Yes. Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Best character.
the cute little fox that she doesn't realize is watching her yet and, like, reporting directly back to Rowan.
Like, almost definitely has a mind link with Rowan. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Love it. I love Umbra even more than Poe, and I don't know what it is. If it's like that Umbra is like clearly connected, like physically and mentally connected to Rowan in a way that Poe wasn't to Blackwell. But I just like there's something about Umbra, and maybe it's just that she's like a pretty black fox with gold eyes, but love her.
Also, I
Well,
thought it was interesting that they were familiars because for a second I was really thinking shapeshifters.
Mm.
mm, that's fair.
Did you guys read the four types of familiars in the front of the book?
It's like she
Really?
doesn't even know it. Did we read the front matter?
Let me break it down for you and everyone else who's here.
What does
Because
the dedication say too?
I thought it was really interesting. Um, the dedication I will not read, but it has a fox on it.
Oh, it also has
Um,
classification of
Oh.
race. That's kind of helpful. Look at all this helpful information in the front.
well, so you should read it, but basically it breaks down the classification of wraiths into the
Mhm.
four different classes, which are
Yeah.
shadow wraiths, light wraiths, blood wraiths, and void wraiths. And I'm not going to reread it because there is like a little paragraph on each of them. But what I remember is like obviously shadow wraiths have shadow powers, light wraiths have light and like, fire powers, blood wraiths, blood powers. And void wraiths are like the really rare, super powerful ones that have both shadow and light powers. So we learn from Ellen that she is a light wraith, and then we learn that Rowan and I his definitely Remy and then one of the other ones because I still can't keep them straight um, are shadow wraiths. But I have some doubts. Like I just feel like Rowan has to be a void wraith, and like maybe he hasn't told his family, or Ellen didn't want her to know for some reason. But
Mm.
Snake Boy's definitely a blood wraith because she walks in on him like cutting himself for funsies.
Yeah, literally did not read this before, and now that I'm reading it, I'm like, oh no, he is a void wraith, huh?
Yeah,
No way,
Oh,
he's
I
not
don't
the
have
coolest type
that.
of wraith.
you don't have it in the ebook?
Oh, I can send you a picture.
No.
Oh my goodness.
What page is it on? Or like after before?
It's right
It's
before
before.
the Emily Dickinson quote, if that's helpful.
No, I just get familiars and ghosts, and then that's it.
Yeah,
Nothing
That's
about a
it.
breakdown of race. Just the hierarchy.
I was so excited to start talking about this book that I forgot to plug in my laptop. Um, okay, let me give like a quick TLDR. So, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna read it. Shadow wraiths are the most common type of wraith. They can control shadows as well as turn into shadows themselves to move through the darkness at great speeds. Their shadows have healing abilities. They refuel their magic with deep sleep. Then you have light wraiths who can control light and fire, and in some cases can use light to transport themselves long distances. They have the ability to heal others at a rapid speed. They use the sun to refuel their magic. I feel like this is all going to come into play too with all of them fighting each other. So I think this is stuff everyone should know. Don't fast forward, you need to know this. Blood wraiths can control and wield blood, can also control others by giving them some of their own blood. They refuel their magic by draining energy from other living things, aka vampires. Yes, Elena.
So it says they can control and wield blood, but they can only control others by giving them some of their own blood, which does feel like it will come into play. But shouldn't they just be able to control others by wielding their blood? You know, blood bending, vis-a-vis.
Right, yeah, but we can't go to Avatar in this. Like, it's definitely not. It seems like it's different if
But it
these
shouldn't
rules are
be.
to be trusted. But at some point he's going to be like, look, here, have my blood. It'll heal you. And then he'll be able to
Yeah.
control her.
And she'll be like, "Oh no, why don't I know the wraith powers? Mom didn't teach me."
Right. Yeah, woe is me. I was the least favorite child. Um, and then final is void wraiths, and it says they are the rarest type of wraith. They can turn themselves and others invisible and can also control light and shadows. They can rip open portals between different places and linear planes, and they can pause time in very small intervals, though it costs them a great deal of energy. So at some point we're gonna get that like I'm gonna pause time for 3 seconds and it's gonna like change everything. Like when Genevieve eventually dies and then Rowan is like, oh no, I love her. And yes, yes, Elena, you again.
Don't you think it's weird that like different books have characters that can pause time and then it takes a great deal of energy and
Hmm.
is dramatic?
Yes. And I can't think of exactly what character you're talking about, and it doesn't matter because we're not gonna spoil it for people.
I
You
can
can
think of another one that I neither of you have read.
Jamie, do you know who I'm talking
There's a lot.
Um, no, I'm not sure.
Anywho, those are the types of wraiths. I know we're gonna see all four of them, and I personally think that Rowan has to be a void wraith. That's just my assumption. Yes, yes, Elena, you with the hand.
But why are we gonna see their powers? Because isn't the whole thing that the fights happen when they don't have their powers?
Yes, those are the true rules of the hunt, but I think vis-a-vis Phantasma, what I'm anticipating is that like the hunt portions of the days are like the trials, but then there's going to be like all the tomfoolery of the other 12 hours of the day where they're just messing with each other. So I think that we're going to see that it's not just within the hunt that the hunt happens. That's my guess.
It's a good
It's a good
guess.
guess.
Yeah. Um, Do we have anything that we want to say about Knox other than that I just don't like him and his name is unoriginal?
I don't like him.
His name is unoriginal.
Noxium Estate.
Literally, I was like, do we know him? Is this one of the other devils? But then I was like, no.
He
No.
seems new. He seems new, right?
He's just there.
I am really looking forward to the scene that you have now made me excited for, Elena, though. And I do hope that like Salem pops in and is like, oh, not this guy. Like he is a total asshole.
I want it so bad. Even when like she was thinking about Sam being like, I don't get why people are scared of him. Like he's fine as long as he cares about you. I'm like, oh my god, can he please come in and like mess some stuff up?
Yeah. Even just like, yeah, for a scene where they're like, we didn't think we believed the invitation, and you've got to be kidding me. You somehow are married and also in another like trial to the death.
Literally, that's all I want is them to just call her out on her absolute nonsense.
Um, the only other thing other than Rowington that I wanted to talk about was the ring that he gives her that gets warmer when she's near people that like want to do her harm. I thought that was really cool. And I'm trying to figure out like if it is just straight like sword, like Frodo's sword from Lord of the Rings, like is it just that power or like is this something that has another power that we don't know about? Like is it like a low jack ring, like so he can keep track of where she is at all times?
They
I think it.
mentioned
Oh, what did they mention?
um well, so like the locket, there was a term. A soul something.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I
Soul
forget.
locks.
Soul locks. Okay.
So I wonder if the ring is similar to that. Because I remember with the locket in Phantasma, it would beat if there was a soul
That's
in there.
right.
So I wonder if this is similar.
Interesting. I once again was leaning towards. They said it got warm when they approached someone bad.
There's no way that the ring is like mom's soul and she's already dead because of the red plaguey death, is it?
No, I do wonder if Gabriel is gonna come in at some point because Barrington be like, I'm gonna find him.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's right. Because they don't even know if there's no body.
The ring is on the cover. Just need to point that out.
Ooh.
It's right here.
it is right with the berries. So I'm like, are those gonna be more important, or is that just like an artistic choice?
The berries are everywhere, so I have to assume the berries are going to be used again in something, like making a
Right?
potion or poisoning our enemies. Yeah. So I just feel like the ring the ring either like the power it like is used multiple times throughout the book and becomes like a central character almost, or there's like a little something more to it, like the locket.
I think there's nothing more to it. My entire vibe of this book will be like, is this cool thing gonna happen? And I'm gonna go, I'm taking it at face value.
Like the
Yeah.
angels.
No,
Yeah.
see, because I did that. Like, I got so into the idea that he was gonna be an angel last book, and like, I just feel like I was like building things up in my head for last book, and then it would be disappointing when that didn't happen. So this book, what they tell me is what is true.
Vibes only. I get it. That's fine. No, you like first and foremost, you need to enjoy the book in the way that you can most enjoy it. And you both know that the only way I can enjoy a book is by tearing it to little itty bitty pieces. Um, so I think the only other thing to talk about is just the thing that I most wanted to talk about, which is why I've left it for last, which is my second favorite character of this whole book, who is Rowan. Like, are you guys loving him as much as I am? Because I think he's just the perfect, like, mix of like snark and like does not take any shit. And like he genuinely seems like he does not like her at all at this point, which I actually find refreshing.
That
I
is refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah. He's like, "No, I genuinely don't like you."
well, I'm just confused by it because like I love that I don't like you, but then he's like, touch my wife and I'll kill you, and I'm like, I don't like. Do you feel
I
like
don't.
you don't like her? Like I would prefer if you like consistently didn't like her instead of like it just feels like it's gonna give like I've secretly been obsessed with you like since you walked through the door, which like
Mm,
because it has to in a standalone
Mm.
book, and I'm just not looking forward to it. Like the instant lust of the kiss, I was like,
yeah.
Well, he's supposed to fake it, right? So that could be.
but he's not faking. We all know he's not faking it.
Okay, because I personally think that he was faking it up until she like passed out after they got married, or not faking it. Like I personally think he was, yeah, he was faking like liking her up until that moment where he was like, "I've got you, like you're okay," and then that's when my heart did a whole bunch of little like pancake flips.
I disagree because then when they're kissing, she like went to bite his lip and he like jumped away from her because he was like
He
too
was in,
much.
he was into it.
He was into it.
Did you guys like the
Top of
little?
her.
No, go ahead, Elena.
Like when no, or she's on like she like tackles him or something, or he tackles her, and she's like, "What are the things I feel?" And it like fades to black right before she thinks like he's into it.
Yeah. Our girl has definitely been catching feelings like since the very beginning. And like that's expected. But I genuinely hope that, when they do their whole like I've loved you since, I hope he's like, "No, I genuinely like could have let you die and tried." But it wasn't until you like passed out of my arms that I was like, "Oh no. Do I maybe like this one?" I don't know. I just think it's cute. Like I think he's finally becoming interested in her. Um, but I love that he's keeping her at arm's length. Like because I think he genuinely still doesn't really like her. I loved when she woke up in the middle of the night having a nightmare and he was ignoring her. I loved that.
When he was 1,000% awake through her screams, and he was just like,
Like, bitch, you're ruining my good night's sleep. Shh.
Oh,
um,
we love him, right? We love
Yes.
him.
I mean, and that's why I can't like really put my finger on it because, obviously like any like, new male love interest, it's like there are different reasons to love them. But I just feel like this one is like different in the I love that it does seem like he genuinely could totally leave her at this point. Like he's just using her.
Say that last part again. I'm so sorry.
I love that it just really seems like he could not even like take or leave her. Like he could genuinely just leave her at this point. And
Yeah.
I love that.
which I I do love it just makes me wish it was a series instead of a standalone, because then it's gonna have to go from, like, he could leave her to being dumb in love with her in 300 pages, 400 pages, which, like, is a little fast for me.
But
But
doesn't
it'll
he
be
like
interesting.
need her to win the game and then essentially get his freedom?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, I'm really excited. I don't like love Genevieve yet, but I think I'm gonna get there. I love Rowan. I'm very excited to like figure out what else is going on with the family and like what these mysteries are. And I like the setup. It still has like the same really cool spooky manor vibe of Phantasma that I really liked, and I'm excited to see how the hunt goes because right now I'm just picturing like a life or death game of hide and seek in like a really big house,
Hmm.
and I'm just trying to like I'm not sure what it's going to be like if they're going to cast illusions or are the walls going to drip blood like what's it
Yeah.
gonna be like? Are we gonna literally be like hiding under the bed and hoping no one knows you're in like that room out of like the 100 rooms that are in the manor? I don't know.
I'm more interested in like the I guess like the background and the mystery. So like
Hmm.
the parents,
Yeah.
like what's their story?
And I do really hope that it does like tie back in and we learn more about like Tessie and Gabriel. And I do hope that we get more of Ophelia and Salem because we didn't get to really see the end of their story, especially like the lockets have been brought up again. And I think that is something that like Ophelia and Salem need to know that that locket was like this soul thing. And that's why it was passed down to Ophelia. Like I I I feel like they have to come back into this book. So maybe if there is going to be a third book, then we will get more of Genevieve and Rowan later on. And I realize that I just said that. Like, does anyone think that Rowan is not the end game love interest? Because I realize we have a lot of like options in this character pool. Like, does anyone want to throw out like her ending up with Seven because she says he's more attractive, or like Knox because he's like the bad devil that she's not supposed to be with Violet and
I have
Honestly,
Cassie?
no I have no doubts.
I would it would kinda be a fun twist, but also, like, after you make out with the brother, kind of a weird swerve.
It's not that
Yeah.
kind of book, you know?
I don't know, in Phantasma, she weirdly hooked up with Sinclair, like mid relationship.
Yeah, but they weren't related.
That's fair. I like it so far. I have high hopes for where it's going.
I'm gonna
I agree.
continue to lower my expectations.
So far, we are still not liking this as much as Phantasma.
Yes, I agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we're saying no. Like,
Hmm.
no, we are not. But yeah, I would agree. Like, I'm liking it, but not as much as Phantasma. I really liked Phantasma. But I think we can
Also,
get there.
Genevieve's just a less likable character currently.
Yeah. But imagine how satisfying it will feel if we love her by the end of this and it's like a believable like character arc.
As long as it's believable.
No, exactly. But yeah, I think that was all that I had. Unless there are any other scenes or moments you guys want to talk about.
Is it weird to be already excited for a third book, even though we're not even close to finishing the second? Because I have a feeling the third book has to be one of the siblings.
Yeah.
Like I'm more excited about that.
Like
Or one of
Ellen.
the other devils. Yeah, Ellen or Sinclair. Like there could be like a Sinclair redemption arc.
Ellen and Sinclair.
Could be. Could be. I will say the only other thing that I'm gonna keep an eye on in the next section is the "Nothing is truly eternal" tagline.
Yeah,
Um,
I noticed that on the cover when you were making us read the front matter earlier, and then we were looking at the cover, and I said, haven't read the tagline.
yeah, because Rowan says that as they're saying their vows, and she like gets a little tripped up on the like "I pledge my fate to your like to be bound to your fate like eternally." And Rowan's like, "Nothing is eternal." And I feel like that is going to come back later in a loophole-y type manner.
Yeah, it's giving Devil's Deal type loophole.
I don't know what it means, but I'm excited to find out. So next up, we're reading through chapter 31. We're breaking this book into 3 sections. So episode 2 is coming at you next through 31, and then we're finishing it up after that. So read along with us, and then we'll come back, see if we found out any more, see how we're feeling about Enchantra 2/3 of the way through. But thanks for joining us for this one, guys. We will see you later. Bye.